What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I am going to talk to you about the top 5 Toyota models you can pick up at a Toyota dealer right now with little to no issues at all. Now, I get it, no cars are perfect, and the top 5 that I'm going to give you is from my experience working at a Toyota dealership as a Toyota Master Diagnostic Technician. I service these cars, for a living. So I'm pretty familiar with these models. And I compiled this list based on the severity of the repairs, the problems that they tend to exhibit, and I kind of narrowed down this list to give you guys, peace of mind just in case you're thinking about going to go get a new Toyota. And I know there's been a lot of talks on the internet regarding some of the models Toyota's issuing or coming out with, and people are making videos left and right. So it may be a little bit a scary decision for you and your family when deciding what Toyota to go and pick out at a Toyota dealership. So I hope this video makes it easy for you to decide. Now, to be fair, I am going to exclude one model from the list. What model is that? The Toyota 4Runner. Now, the Toyota 4Runner will clearly be number one if you're thinking about going to go get a model for a Toyota from a Toyota dealer. Now, the model we're going to exclude is the 5th gen Toyota 4Runner, to be more specific. Now, I'm excluding it because it's not really fair to put it up with the other models that Toyota has released, because most of the other models that I'm going to put on this list already had completely new design, new body structure, new powertrain. And the Toyota 4Runner, let's be honest, in the past 10 plus years, they haven't really done much other than a facelift and maybe change out the multimedia, infotainment system. So we are going to exclude the Toyota 4Runner because without a doubt, it would just beat all these models. Because the Toyota 4Runner is bulletproof. And technically, you can still go and buy one today. At the time of making this video, they're in the process of releasing the 6th gen. So if you're lucky, some dealers will actually still have the 5th gen available for sale, brand new. So if you're able to get your hand on one of those, go ahead and do it now. I know they were selling like hotcakes, especially with the turbo engines coming out. They were trying to get the last naturally aspirated engine that they could possibly scoop up from Toyota. So we are going to exclude the 5th gen Toyota 4Runner. So now, without further ado, let's get right into it. Coming at number 5, we have the 5th gen Toyota RAV4 or RAV4 Prime, RAV4 Hybrids, any of the RAV4 model line, no matter the grade, whether it's a hybrid, like I said, or a Prime, you can't go wrong with the RAV4. The 5th gen Toyota RAV4, they started producing it in 2019. That's when they kind of had the new design, the new body, and all that stuff. I put it at number 5. Usually when customers come in, simple tire rotation, maintenance, check the filters, simple stuff. Now, the reason I put it at number 5 is around 20,000 miles or 30,000 miles, you can't expect to see engine maintenance required. Like, I made a video about this on how to replace the bypass valve. This 5th gen Toyota RAV4, I don't know what it is about it. The bypass valve at 30,000 miles seems to short out, and then you get a little warning indicator on your speedometer that says engine maintenance required. Not a big expensive repair. If you go somewhere where they're not trying to whack you over the head, a repair like that could cost maybe about $200-300. Parts and labor, if you're doing yourself, it could be even cheaper. So that's the reason why I put it at number 5. But the RAV4, it comes with the 825 FKS motor, very, well proven and tested engine that you will find is, many of these models that I'm going to list. And Toyota used that engine in a number of cars. So the engine itself is very reliable, but for some reason, the bypass valve on the Toyota RAV4s, they're just notorious for going bad around 30,000 miles. Like I said, it's not the end of the world. It's still a great car. Other than that bypass valve, if they could get that issue fixed, then you won't have to worry about any issues with the 5th generation RAV4s. So you should be good on that. Now, coming in at number 4, the 4th gen Toyota Sienna. Now, they started making this body style from 2020 and all the way through now, present. So the 2020, the 4th gen Toyota Sienna, I put it at number 4 because most of the time when they come in, same 825 FKS engine in that RAV4, but for some reason the bypass valve never set alight. I've never replaced a bypass valve, in the Sienna, but I've replaced tons in the RAV4. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is. So the Sienna comes in at number 4. Usually when the customers come in, just like the RAV4, engine maintenance, just regular maintenance, routine maintenance, check tires, check brakes, nothing out of the ordinary. But I put it at number 4 because, sometimes I gotta admit the plastic interiors on the middle row seat, third row seat, they feel a little cheap. And 9 out of 10 times, if you own a Sienna, it's probably because you have a big family. You probably have kids back there, car seats strapped in the middle row, and trying to fold those chairs in and out. If you ever pull on one of those levers to try to adjust the middle row seat or try to fold down the third row seat, the plastic feel a little cheap, if I'm gonna be honest. And it feel like if you pull on it too aggressively, I've seen it all the time because sometimes I'm popping these cables back and they're not able to release or slide back and forth. It's not common, but like I say, if you're aggressive or if you pull on it too fast or thinking that you got it, in a position where you're able to slide and your hands slip and you pull on that lever too fast, you risk breaking it. So just because of the plastic interior, I don't really, I got to put it at number 4. Other than that, no issues with the engine, no issue with the transmission. The body structure looks nice. And I'm surprised the power sliding doors. I got to be honest. I haven't seen any issues with the power sliding doors. You pull on the handle, push that button on the dome light, doors open fine. And I think Toyota's done a really good job with their power sliding doors. I would think after a certain years or X amount of miles that they would stop working. But for the amount of time that they are put to use, people are getting in and out, they seem to be holding up quite well. So the Toyota Sienna, the 4th gen Toyota Sienna, is coming in at number 4. Now, at number 3, we have the 4th generation Toyota Highlander. They started making this body style from 2020 and all the way to now. You can still pick up one. Like I said, remember guys, these are all Toyota models you can pick up right now. So I know you guys are gonna say, "Oh, Junior, what about my 05, Toyota Corolla?" I want to make this list fair. This list is a list of cars that are available right now, brand new, that if you're on the market for a new car, you go and pick it up. So like I said, I don't want to hear that your Yaris, your 2003 Matrix should have been on this list. This is just all new cars right now available, ready to buy on the market, just in case you're out shopping for it. So anyway, number 3, the 4th generation Toyota Highlander. This body style, they started producing from 2020 through currently right now, they still have the same body style. Now, I put it at number 3 because it's actually one that me and my family drive. My wife owns one of these Highlanders, and it's been good. It's been great. No issues at all, other than maybe a few radio updates. The last year they had a bumper recall, so we had to make sure we secure the lower bumper recall to make sure it doesn't get loose or it fly out. And it's a fairly simple recall and nothing too major. And if it does come loose or the bumper does get detached, they'll replace it free of charge. Other than that, just little radio updates here and there, nothing too big or crazy. But the 4th gen Toyota Highlander, you can't go wrong. The only complaint that I have with the 4th gen Toyota Highlander is, man, by 20,000 miles, you can expect to get ready to buy a set of tires. I've never seen tires wear out so fast like the Highlanders. The Camry too have its fair share, but the Highlander itself specifically, the 4th gen, it seemed like, man, they go through tires so fast. By 15,000 miles, 20,000 miles, you're pretty much at the yellow. 25,000, 30,000 miles, you're done. It's time to get a whole new set. But that's just regular maintenance item that that you would have to buy anyway. It's not like you were replacing the engine or transmission. Now the platform, the powertrain on these Highlanders, they used to have the A25 AFKS motor. Now these Highlanders, they have the 4-cylinder turbo engines in there. Like I said, my wife owns one of these Highlanders. I get to drive it, and I see them at the shop every day. And when the customers come in, no issues, no check engine light, just regular maintenance. So I gotta put it at number 3. The only negative things I would say about the 4th gen Highlander is, like I said, the way it chews up the tires, man. 20,000 miles, you're already in the yellow, getting ready to buy a new set. It seemed like cars back in the day used to last a lot longer with a set of tires. You probably used to be able to go 40,000, but now by 15,000, it's like, man, I could already see the thread wear indicator on the tires. But anyway, coming at number 2, what do we have on the list? A 9th gen Toyota Camry. They started producing the Camry in 2025, where it had a completely new design. So the 9th gen came out in 2025, so you can go pick up one right now. And the reason why I put it, so high on the list at number 2 is because they didn't really change much with the powertrain. So yeah, they changed out the shell and the interior, the way it looks overall on the outside and the inside. But the powertrain itself is a engine that's been proven and tested. Now, the Camrys, they only come in the hybrids now, so you have no choice but to get a 4-cylinder/hybrid powertrain. But that hybrid powertrain that's, in the Camry is like engineered and perfected like no other, because they've been using that system for quite some time and there is no issue with it, man. And if you could get your hand on one of these, or if you're on the market and you're thinking about buying a Camry, you can't go wrong. They come in and out, nothing to worry about. The 9th gen Camry, like I said, it looks so nice, comfy, get about 40 mpgs. You can't beat that, man. And like I said, it comes equipped with the 4-cylinder 825 FKS engine, and it's already been proven to be reliable. It's already been out for quite some time. So that's why I put it so high on the list at number 2. You can't go wrong with the 9th gen Camry. And finally, the number 1 Toyota model you can buy right now at a Toyota dealer. You guys ready? Drum roll, please. Coming in at number 1, we have the 3rd gen Toyota Tundra. No, I'm just kidding. I couldn't help myself. It's not the 3rd gen Tundra. In all seriousness, all jokes aside, I couldn't help myself, guys. Sorry. Number 1, we have the 5th gen Toyota Prius. Now, this is a sleeper right here, man. That new design, they started producing this body style from 2023 all the way to now. They're still making this body style. But the 5th gen Toyota Prius is a sleeper. It's not talked about enough, underrated. Like I said, this thing is bulletproof, guys. If you're on the market, and like I said, I didn't make this list based on how it looks or how it rides or what's cool, what's not cool, what scores you some cool points, what takes away your cool points. I didn't compile this list based on anything like that. I made this list strictly based on what's reliable, what can I buy and purchase with little to no headaches to me as a customer who just spent my hard-earned money. So number 1, without a doubt, is that 5th gen Toyota Prius. This Prius right here, man, even the generation before it, the 4th gen, I've never seen a hybrid battery replaced on one of those. I've never seen inverter repair. I've never seen anything major, not an engine being yanked out, not a transmission. Even the generation before, like I said, it's highly underrated. It's not being talked about enough. I don't feel like it gets the respect it deserves. But this 5th gen right now, if you're on the market, you can't go wrong with it, man. Not only is the design really nice, it looks futuristic. It looks like a modern car that belongs in this time period that we're in. It doesn't look outdated. It doesn't look boring. I would definitely own one of these Prius. So that's coming in at number 1, guys. If you're on the market, you're thinking about buying a Toyota, and I know you guys hear a lot of talk about the Tundras and the Tacomas, and obviously that's why I didn't put them on the list. We're going to be fair here, guys. But the 5 that I just listed, you can't go wrong with. And I've got some other models out there that I didn't put on this list because I wanted to narrow it down to just the top 5. I mean, not to sneeze on the Toyota Crown. You can't go wrong with the Crown either. Like I said, it still has the same 825 FKS engine, 4-cylinder. And they do have a turbo option 4-cylinder available for it. You can't go wrong with the Crown, but it's so costly for a sedan. You know, it's not really a car that the average consumer or buyer would be able to go out and purchase or at least want to. And the Corolla, I didn't put it on there because these new Corollas they're fine too. You can't go wrong with buying one, but it just doesn't compare to the 5 that I just listed. And we got the Venzas. They started making them for quite some time, and I think they're replacing it with the Crown Signia. The Land Cruiser I left out because it hasn't been tested yet. They just released a new Land Cruiser, and I wanted to be fair. So these 5 that are listed, you know, they already been in operation for a while, even a few years before. Even last generation had the same powertrain or drivetrain that's on these new generation now that I've listed. So that's why I kept the Land Cruiser out. And the new 4Runner that's supposed to be released shortly, I didn't put it on the list because I haven't seen one in the shop yet. I haven't seen how it looks after 20, 30,000 miles. All these cars that I put together on this list, I see them coming in for their routine maintenance, and I know and I've seen what the customers are complaining about. But like I said, the 5th generation Toyota 4Runner, I kept it away from this list or out of this competition because it will win hands down because none of the models out there compares to that. If you have one of these, 5th generation Toyota 4Runner, man, you better hold on to it because that 5th gen 4Runner, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it is bulletproof. More bulletproof than the Prius. But to be fair, it's been around for a while. But that's all I got for you guys, man. Don't come at me in the comments and say, Junior, why didn't you put my '04 Toyota Yaris, my '04 Toyota Matrix? This list is cars that are available on the dealer lot right now that you can go and purchase and buy for you and your family or for your loved one as a surprise or as a gift. These are cars that are available right now. So that's all I got for you guys today. I want to thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. Until next time, as always, thanks for watching.